Hey guys, this is Ariella. Mod15 video 2. This is Kahoot. Kahoot is a great way to make testing interesting. My old school had a system where we had to give word tests every day to the students. They hated them, they thought they were boring, they didn't want to study. It was a lot of rote memorization. They memorized the words to pass the tests, but couldn't really use them in sentences beyond what they memorized. Um, to cite ST Standard Admin 2A, the teachers didn't and the administration didn't want to change the system. There were new technologies they could have incorporated to make it interesting and to change the way we were doing it. And they just didn't have the desire to make any changes. So this is a way that could have been incredible to use in the classroom. I love this resource. Unfortunately, working with my youngest kids, it wouldn't work, but I'm going to use it in my lessons with my fifth graders. So this is a way to use Kahoot. You can search for Kahoot, but there are two sites. The one you just saw, this one is how you sign in to be a player. If you want to create one, you want to go to Create Kahoot IT. So I have my own account. We signed in and I went to My Kahoots and I clicked Edit. So now we're in the Edit page, okay? I made one for Yonder Mountain. It's a journey story from the Basil Reader. And this is how you make one. So there are three different kinds. I chose one with a time limit, with four multiple choice questions, four multiple choice answers, excuse me, and a time limit. So I can select how long the kids get to answer, and I can add the question here, the time limit. Am I going to award points? Here are the answers. Then I select which answer is correct. I can credit sources, and I can also add a photo. Okay, let's close this one. So I made the first two questions are Korean words, right? Gamsa means what? And tangro means what? The kids can read Korean fairly quickly, so they get 10 seconds. When there's more to read in English, I made it 20 seconds. If they had even more to read for this question, they got 30 seconds. So let's add our own question. What did Soaring Eagle, sorry guys, find at the top of the mountain? So let's give let's give him crystals, healing herbs, other people, or a call for help. Okay, and this is the right answer. Now let's drop an image in there. So I have this image. We'll drag it and drop. Is it being difficult? Oops. Sorry guys, did this on a PC, now I'm doing it on a Mac. All right, so our image is in there. And let me straighten out our frame. Okay, so we click next. And now we have our question 11 set. So what I'm going to show you next is our Kahoot is ready to go. I have the preview page set up. So what the kids will do, you'll queue it up, and the kids would have to sign on to any device or any computer, and they would get a game pin, hit enter, and they have to look up at the big screen where you have it for the class, but they can play on their own device or computer. One thing that I like about this is you can upload a YouTube video to play while you're waiting for people to sign in. So during this lesson, I incorporate a lot of other technologies. I design the lessons to give me the opportunity to play the videos and showcase different media within the theme, content knowledge 1. So I like that this gives me an opportunity to show these videos and making good use of my time at the same time. Also wanted to state that I found a blog on Technologic. Svetlana Kandybovich from ELT Candy said that there are so many studies that we've done saying that fun equals more learning. And we've always taken the fun out of testing. And I really think Kahoot is a way that we can make it so interesting and make the kids really want to be there and want to learn for these tests. So let's do our preview. Okay, so this is what the students are going to see on their phone, and this is what will be playing on the big screen. Okay, so you can play in teams with shared devices, or you can play one-on-one. So we're going to play a classic because I want to keep track of the students' grades and I want to know what questions they got right and what questions they got wrong. So now my background video is going to start playing while I'm waiting for all the students to come in. So they're walking into the room, they're putting down their backpacks, they're getting everything set, they're taking out their devices, and they're listening to this video.
Who came to him
Put
with
in their
anger
code,
at a friend who had done him an injustice. Let me tell you a story, said the grandfather.
enter their student
I
name
too
here.
at times have felt a great hate for those who have taken so much, with no sorrow for
Hit
what they
OK,
do.
and now I pop
But
up on the
hate
screen.
wears you down.
So all the
does not
players
hurt
will
your
pop
enemy.
up.
It is
Okay,
like
let's skip
taking
my
poison
video.
and wishing your enemy
I like
to
it
die.
says naughty names will be banned. Okay, so 10 questions. Are you ready? Okay, this is what they'll see on their phone. They won't see the question, they'll only see the shapes. So that means examine. Sweet. Next. Okay, tongro means trail. Okay. Rugged. Not smooth. By the way, I cited that all these illustrations were done by the artist who did the book, so I've cited her properly in the Kahoot. Okay, steep means higher, difficult to climb, and so forth. So you get the way the questions go. You can, when anyone's done, it will move faster, the question will end, and it also gives them the countdown for time in the circle on the left-hand side, so they know how much time they have left to answer. I could see my students getting really excited about this, so I'd love to use it in the classroom. Okay, replace means in the setting, in the context of the story, to pick someone else to do a job. The Cherokee people lived in what is now what part of the United States? The southeastern United States. Who went all the way to the top of the mountain? Okay, which is not a meaning of the word cast. So this would be a lot of English for my students to read all in one session, so I gave them 30 seconds for this question. Okay, so you can click on feedback and results, the final results. It'll give a list of all the points. You can save the results and then see what your students' grades are. So overall, I think this is an amazing tool to use, and I certainly will be using it in my classroom. Thanks for watching.